What is going on, New York Giant fans? Welcome back to another Roster Bubble Series video. Hope you guys are well. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or a video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Share this out, do all the good stuff. Hope you guys are staying cool in the heat and enjoying the content, especially on this channel with the Yankees and Giants coverage. We're doing another Roster Bubble Series video for you guys today. And we will be talking about Isaiah McKenzie. But if you haven't been to any of these videos before, we take a player that's on the cusp of being cut. We talk about their background. We talk about their competition, ways they could win a spot on the roster, ways they could lose a spot on the roster, and a prediction at the end. So Isaiah McKenzie, 29 years old, 5'8", 173 pounds, was a fifth-round pick of the Denver Broncos in 2017 under Vance Joseph, and he was coming out of Georgia. Then till 2018, and then that's when he went to the Bills and had his longest stay of his NFL career and had some good numbers over there. Then went to the Colts in 2023. He got suspended for 3 games, but free agency, and then he signed with the Giants on March 12th. So as far as some of his stats go along, last year with Indy, not too much in terms of stats or anything like that. Didn't really get much reps. 11 receptions, 82 yards, 13 games, 2 starts, 4 first downs, 78.6 catch percentage. The year before with Buffalo, 42 catches, 423 yards, 4 touchdowns, 10.1 yards per reception, and 64.6 catch percentage. The year prior to that, 20 catches, 178 yards, 1 touchdown, 76.9 catch percentage. 2020, 30 catches, 282 yards, 5 touchdowns, 88.2 catch percentage. And as far as snaps go, in terms of, actually, you know what? Let's go over punt returns and kick returns first. 23 punt returns last year for the Indianapolis Colts, 204 yards on the return and 8.9 yards per return. And kick returns, 6 returns, 152 yards, 25.3 yards per return. Barely anything for Buffalo in the punt return game the year prior, but 6 returns, 144 yards, and 24 yards per return with Buffalo in his final year. With that being said, his snap percentages on offense, we'll take a look at those before we go into anything else. 13% last year for the Colts, 28% on special teams. The year prior, 54% with Buffalo, 7% on special teams. So, he's going to mostly be competing as a backup slot and a mainly special teamer. And here's the thing, right? And I'll go into what I've seen through camp thus far. He's got a heavy competition, obviously, on special teams with guys returning and whatnot. But he obviously hasn't gotten a lot of burn at wide receiver in the past year, mostly special teams via the Colts. But he does something that Gunnar Olszewski doesn't. He kick returns. Every time the New York Giants asked Gunnar Olszewski to do kick returns, it was always a touchback. He never took it out of the end zone, to my knowledge. Punt returns, different story. So Isaiah McKenzie's coming for the slot spot, kick return spot, and the punt return spot. And when you have one guy that could do all 3 of those things, it makes it much better because you can fit different guys onto the roster for different spots. But his competition, Ayir Asante, who is taking part in punt return drills, John Giles, Allen Robinson, Gunnar Olszewski, Dennis Houston, Miles Boykin, and Bryce Ford Wheaton. As far as camp goes so far, they have not been hitting in terms of punt return drills or any of that stuff. They've been doing other competitive drills on special teams, but not the punt return stuff. That stuff I think we'll see joint practices and probably in the preseason more Lions, Texans, Jets matchups. But he hasn't been too active in the receiving game. He has not been too active in the receiving game, and that's a bad thing for him because obviously that's a way he can make the roster. And I don't know if it's targets, I don't know if it's drops, or DeVito's not seeing him, but he's mostly getting burned with the second and third teams, Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito. So, and that's, by the way, I must mention, Gunnar Olszewski has done better so far in camp in that particular field than Isaiah McKenzie has. How can he win? Health is one thing. He's got to stay healthy. Punt and kick returns, he could do both. He's got to be efficient on punt and kick returns. Now, many say that the new kick return rules favor the returner because it allows them to catch the ball first. Make your case for whoever it benefits, but he just needs to be efficient, right? There's a ton of guys that need to make the roster via specials, whatever they do, and he's competing with Asante and Gunnar Olszewski in those particular fields. And also, he needs to be better as a slot receiver in the passing game. Now, he's not an outside target, but when you're in training camp and you're not getting much attention, and you didn't get much attention last year, it kind of hurts, especially for the fact that Gunnar Olszewski, I would say, is a worse receiver than Isaiah McKenzie, but Gunnar Olszewski is getting plenty of burn with the second and third squads in the slot. Isaiah McKenzie is not getting that same treatment for whatever reason that may be, but he does need to step it up. How can he lose? Health. If he's not efficient on those punt and kick returns, the Giants, again, need solid returns, 24, 25 plus, and even again with this new rule, you could stretch the yardage a little bit, and punt returns. The Giants, not since last year, but since a couple of years ago, have not had a consistent returner. Dwayne Harris was the last guy to do that. Now, whether McKenzie takes over for Olszewski or Olszewski keeps the job, whatever the case may be, the Giants need to find a consistent punt and kick returner. That's my opinion. And as far as the slot receiver goes, him not producing in the passing game in preseason and him not producing in joint practices and training camp, which he's kind of on that path right now because I don't know why. He hasn't really dropped the ball. He's gotten a few reps, but not as many as Olszewski, and Olszewski shows off his speed over the middle on those slants. McKenzie hasn't gotten the same treatment, and he just needs to make the most of his opportunities. So, in my personal opinion, I have Isaiah McKenzie losing the roster spot to Gunnar Olszewski and Isaiah McKenzie getting cut. Do I think he could come back on the practice squad? Worst case scenario, maybe, but I don't think they would want to hold McKenzie on the practice squad because he could go to another team and make more money, or the Giants could hold that spot for a younger guy like a Asante or anyone else that they want to make the practice squad and save up. I think it's like 16 guys that make it. Like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or video drops. Appreciate you all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later. Stay cool.